What if the biggest thing holding you back right now isn't your lack of money, your lack of time, your bad luck, your job, your age, or even your circumstances? What if the thing that has quietly been controlling your future is the story you keep telling yourself every single day? Most people they wake up and immediately they replay the same mental script. They tell themselves they're too busy, too tired, too late, and too inexperienced or too unlucky to make meaningful changes. And they wonder why nothing changes. Here's the truth that can completely transform your life. Your future is built by your daily decisions, not your intentions. Everyone has goals, everyone has dreams, everyone says they want a better life, but the people who actually get there are the ones who learn the progress is created by action, not motivation. Motivation comes and goes. Action creates results. And once you understand that, everything changes. And most people spend years waiting to feel ready before they start. They wait for the perfect opportunity, the perfect plan, the perfect timing, or the perfect amount of confidence. But the problem is that confidence, it rarely comes before action. Confidence is usually the result of action. Think about anything you've ever gotten good at. You weren't confident at first. You became confident because you kept showing up long enough to improve. And the person you want to become is waiting on the other side of the repeated effort, not repeated planning. And one of the biggest mistakes people make is overestimating what they can accomplish in a day and underestimating what they can accomplish in a year. Small actions, they seem insignificant because the results aren't immediate. Reading 10 pages of a book doesn't change your life today. Saving $10 doesn't make you rich tomorrow. Exercising for 20 minutes doesn't transform your body overnight. But when those actions are repeated consistently, they become unstoppable. Success is rarely the result of one massive breakthrough, and more often, it's the result of hundreds of tiny decisions that compound over time. And that's why the habits you ignore today, they often become the results you face tomorrow. Another thing that changes everything is understanding the difference between being interested and being committed. Interested people, they work on their goals when it's convenient. Committed people work on their goals when they don't feel like it. Interested people make excuses. Committed people make adjustments. Interested people want results. Committed people build systems. If you look closely at successful people in any field, you'll notice something important. They aren't necessarily smart, and they're not the smarter ones. More talented or luckier than everyone else? No. They simply stay committed long enough than most people are willing to, and consistency beats the intensity almost every time. A huge reason people stay stuck is because they focus on outcomes they can't control instead of actions they can control. You can't control whether a video goes viral. You can't control whether everyone likes your work. You can't control the economy, the algorithms, or other people's opinions, but you can control whether you create, learn, improve, save, practice, and show up. And when you focus on what you can control, you regain the power over your life. The moment you stop obsessing over results and start mastering your process, you start to decrease, your stress decreases and your progress increases. And here's another truth about most people they don't want to hear. Your comfort zone is probably costing you more than your failures ever will. Failure teaches you lessons. Comfort often teaches nothing. Growth requires discomfort, and every new skill feels awkward. Every major goal feels intimidating, and every improvement requires stepping into uncertainty. And the people who build extraordinary lives aren't fearless. They simply decide the growth is more important than comfort. And every time you choose discomfort that leads to growth, you expand what's possible for yourself. And then the next thing that can change everything is learning how to manage your attention. We live in a world where distractions are fighting for every second of our focus. The social media, the notifications, the endless entertainment, and constant interruptions make it easy to spend entire days being busy without actually being productive. Attention is one of the most valuable resources you have because whatever gets your attention gets your life. And if you spend your attention on negativity, drama, and distraction, that's what grows. And if you spend your attention on learning, creating, and improving, those things they grow instead. Your future is heavily influenced by what you consistently focus on today. Another powerful shift happens when you stop comparing your beginning to someone else's middle. Comparison is one of the fastest way to destroy momentum. There's will always be someone richer, smarter, faster, younger, older, and more experienced or more successful than you. And if your happiness depends on being ahead of everyone else, you'll never be satisfied. And the better approach is simple. Compare yourself to who you were yesterday. Focus on becoming a little better, a little stronger, a little wiser, and a little more disciplined over time. Real growth isn't about beating others, it's about becoming the best version of yourself. And let's talk about time because this realization changes everything. Most people act like they have unlimited time. but time is one of the resources you can never get back. Money can be recovered, mistakes can be corrected, opportunities can reappear. Every time only moves in one direction, and every day you delay pursuing something meaningful in a day you'll never get back. That doesn't mean you should panic. It means you should become intentional. Start the project, learn the skill, build the business, save the money, improve the relationship, take the first step, and the perfect moment isn't coming. The moment becomes perfect because you decide to act. One of the greatest advantages you can develop is personal responsibility, not because everything is your fault, not because taking responsibility gives you the power to improve. Blaming circumstances, other people, bad luck, or past might feel justified, okay? But it rarely creates progress. Responsibility shifts your focus from what happened to what's happening next. And that's where growth lives. Every successful person reaches a point where they stop asking why things happen and start asking what they can do about it. That mindset alone separates people who remain stuck from people who keep moving forward. And the final idea that can change everything is understanding that your life is shaped by what you repeatedly do, not what you occasionally do. A good day won't change your future. A good week won't change your future at all. But repeated good days stacked together over months and years absolutely will. Every choice matters, every habit matters, every action matters. You may not notice the difference immediately, but the compound effect is always working. The person you become next year is being created by the decision you're making right now. So if you're waiting for a sign, this is it. Stop waiting for permission. Stop waiting for the confidence. Stop waiting for the perfect conditions. Start where you are right now. Use what you have. Learn what you need. Improve one step at a time, because the moment you realize what your future is, not something that happened to you, but something you actively build every day, everything changes. And once that mindset takes hold, you'll never look at your life the same way again. Thanks for watching today. If you found value in today's video, please like and subscribe. A subscription is really what we need at this channel. We're looking to build this channel, and without that subscription base, we can't do it. And I want to see you tomorrow at the next video. I want to start building positivity in this world. We need to start focusing on the positive moments and not so much the negative. Let's change this world together. A subscription would be appreciated. Have a good day.